If you're planning a trip or just dreaming about a Caribbean getaway, you're in the right place. I recently spent an amazing holiday on the beautiful islands of Antigua and also the less visited Barbuda, and I just have to share some of the must-do activities and experiences. So grab a drink, sit back, and let's jump into it. Let's kick things off with a visit to Nelson's Dockyard, one of the most historic spots in Antigua. It's located in English Harbor and is the only continuously working Georgian dockyard in the world. You'll feel like you've stepped back in time as you walk around. The place is packed with history, and you can really sense the British naval influence. But it's not just for history buffs. There are cool shops, cafes, and even a museum where you can learn more about Antigua's maritime history. I spent a couple of hours just wandering around, snapping pics, and soaking in the views. If you're into yachting, you'll love seeing all the luxurious boats docked there too. Pro tip: go early in the morning to avoid the crowds and take some incredible photos when the light is perfect. Now, of course, no trip to Antigua would be complete without some serious beach time. One of my absolute favorites was Half Moon Bay Beach. Guys, this beach is unreal. I'm talking soft, powdery sand, crystal clear water, and barely any people around. It's the kind of place that makes you feel like you've found your own private paradise. The water is calm and perfect for swimming, but if you're into a little adventure, you can also do some snorkeling around the reefs here. I didn't want to leave, and I'm pretty sure you'll feel the same way once you dip your toes in that water. Bring a picnic, grab a good book, and just chill. Trust me, this is the spot to unwind. If you're into breathtaking views, and who isn't, then you need to hike up to Shirley Heights Lookout. It's a bit of a climb, but it's so worth it. Once you reach the top, you're treated to panoramic views of English Harbor and Falmouth Harbor. It's picture perfect. And honestly, photos don't even do it justice. You can also just drive up there if hiking isn't your thing, but where's the fun in that? If you can, time your visit for a Sunday afternoon because that's when they have their famous barbecue party. The vibe is amazing. There's live music, delicious food, and the most incredible sunset you'll ever see. I'm not even exaggerating. Watching the sun dip below the horizon while sipping on a rum punch? Yeah, you just can't beat that. For those of you who love wildlife experiences, this next one is a must: swimming with stingrays at Stingray City. I was a little nervous at first, but these stingrays are super friendly. It's located off the northeast coast of Antigua, and after a quick boat ride, you get into the shallow water where the stingrays swim all around you. The guides will give you some food to feed them, and before you know it, you're surrounded by these graceful creatures. It's such a surreal experience to be up close with them. Plus, the water here is unbelievably clear, so bring your waterproof camera and capture those moments. Just be sure to follow the guide's instructions and handle the stingrays gently. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience you won't forget. Next up is something a little more dramatic: the natural wonder known as Devil's Bridge. This spot is located on the eastern side of the island and is famous for its rugged beauty. It's a natural limestone arch formed by the waves crashing against the cliffs over thousands of years. The waves here are pretty intense, especially when the wind is strong. You can walk right up to the bridge, but be careful because it can get slippery. The views are incredible, and it's one of those places that makes you feel really small in the best possible way. I'd recommend stopping here if you're doing a road trip around the island. It's a quick visit, but it's definitely worth seeing and snapping some photos. No visit to Antigua is complete without exploring St. John's, the vibrant capital of the island. This charming city is packed with colorful colonial buildings, local markets, and plenty of history. Start your visit at Heritage Quay, where you can shop for local crafts, jewelry, and souvenirs. If you're a history buff, the Museum of Antigua and Barbuda is a must-see, offering insights into the island's rich past and culture. Don't forget to stroll over to St. John's Cathedral, a beautiful 19th century structure with twin towers that dominate the city's skyline. It's perfect for snapping some photos and learning a bit of the island's religious history. And when hunger strikes, try some local cuisine at one of the lively food stalls or cafes. With its blend of culture, history, and local flavor, St. John's captures the essence of Antigua's heart. Now, if you're looking for a party, Antigua's Yacht Week is where it's at. This event takes place in April and is one of the most exciting social events on the island. People from all over the world come here to sail, party, and just enjoy the good vibes. even if you're not into sailing, you can still join the fun on land. There are beach parties, live music, and tons of events happening around the island during this time. I ended up meeting some amazing people and dancing the night away under the stars. The energy is just incredible. So, if your trip lines up with Yacht Week, definitely add it to your itinerary. If you've enjoyed the video so far, make sure to subscribe to Experience Luxury Travel and like the video while you're at it. We can't forget about Barbuda, Antigua's stunning sister island. Barbuda is a lot quieter and less developed than Antigua, which makes it perfect for a day trip or a relaxing getaway. One of the highlights here is the famous pink sand beaches. Yes, you heard that right, pink sand. The sand gets its color from tiny pink coral pieces mixed in with the white sand, and it looks absolutely magical. The beach stretches for miles, and there's barely anyone around, so you'll feel like you have the whole place to yourself. I couldn't believe how serene it was. You can catch a ferry from Antigua to Barbuda, and it's totally worth it for a day of pure relaxation. Alright, if you love snorkeling, and honestly, who doesn't, then you have to visit Cades Reef. It's located off the southwestern coast of Antigua and is part of a protected marine reserve. The reef is full of colorful coral, tropical fish, and if you're lucky, you might even spot a sea turtle or two. I went on a snorkeling tour, and it was such a fun day out on the water. The guides were super knowledgeable and pointed out all sorts of marine life I would have missed on my own. The water is so clear that you can see everything perfectly. It's like swimming in an aquarium. You can book a half-day trip, and many of the tours also include a beach stop afterward where you can relax and grab a drink. It's the perfect way to spend a day. Last but certainly not least, you've got to dive into Antigua's local cuisine. There's so much good food on the island, and you don't want to miss out. You have to try a dish called fungi, which is sort of like a Caribbean version of polenta, often served with fish. Another must-try is ducana, a sweet dumpling made with grated sweet potatoes, coconut, and spices. There are lots of great restaurants around the island, but don't shy away from trying some of the local food stands and beach shacks. One of my favorite spots was a little roadside stand where I had the most amazing jerk chicken. The flavors were incredible, and it's always fun to chat with the locals and hear their stories. And don't forget to try some rum punch. It's basically the island's signature drink. Now, I'm going to recommend a few resorts in Antigua in just a moment, but I just wanted to share the most important tip for your holiday, and it's that you should really plan ahead, which you're obviously already doing since you're watching this video, which is great. But a good travel plan can really be the difference between a trip where you constantly stress about things going wrong and a trip where everything just goes smoothly and you enjoy your time. It's not easy to plan ahead, it requires experience. That's why I've decided to offer my travel planning and video creation experience together in a custom travel itinerary service. You'll get a fully custom-made travel video similar to this, but just way more in detail based on your preferences. The video has day-by-day itinerary that I'll create from a simple form that you can fill in just minutes. You'll get the video and a PDF file with everything you need for a successful holiday. Click the link in the video description or go to xpluxtravel.com/plan to learn more. Now, before we wrap up the video, I just wanted to recommend some luxury resorts on the island. Let's kick things off with a place that's pure paradise, Jumbie Bay Island Resort. Imagine staying on a private island just a short boat ride away from mainland Antigua. That's Jumbie Bay for you. It's an all-inclusive luxury resort that's got everything you could want: white sand beaches, top-tier dining, and the kind of service that makes you feel like royalty. What's so amazing about Jumbie Bay is that you're completely secluded. The island is covered in palm trees and lush gardens, and you can choose from gorgeous suites, villas, or even private estate homes if you're really going all out. Each room is beautifully decorated, with outdoor showers and terraces where you can look out at the ocean. And oh, the food. They've got several restaurants, all offering incredible dishes, from local Caribbean flavors to international cuisine. Plus, there's so much to do. You can snorkel, sail, ride bikes around the island, or just lounge by the pool. They even have an amazing spa if you're in the mood to unwind with a massage while listening to the waves. It's the perfect place for couples, families, or anyone looking to seriously splurge. If you're after that private island feel, Jumbie Bay is as luxurious as it gets. You'll never want to leave. Next up, let's talk about Carlisle Bay Resort. This place is a dream come true if you love chic, modern luxury with a laid-back vibe. Carlisle Bay is located on the south coast of Antigua, and it's surrounded by lush rainforest on one side and the sparkling blue sea on the other. It's like you've got the best of both worlds. The rooms here are just beautiful, super spacious, with lots of natural light and private balconies that give you stunning views of the ocean or the garden. They've designed it to be elegant but also really comfortable, so you can kick back and feel right at home. It's perfect for families, since they have dedicated family suites, but they also have an adult-only wing if you're looking for something a little quieter. Carlisle Bay's restaurants are fantastic, serving everything from Italian to Asian-inspired dishes. And there's even a lovely spot right on the beach for a casual meal. There's nothing quite like sipping on a refreshing drink while the sky turns pink and orange. They also offer a ton of activities. So if you're like me and like to mix up relaxation with some adventure, you'll love it. You can do yoga on the beach, take a cooking class, go kayaking, or head out for a boat tour. And if you're traveling with kids, they've got an awesome kids club to keep the little ones entertained while you relax. Carlisle Bay is perfect if you want a luxury experience that's refined but still warm and welcoming. Last, but definitely not least, we have Hammock Cove Antigua. This resort is all about the VIP experience. It's adults only, all-inclusive, and designed for those who are really looking to indulge. Hammock Cove is located right next to Devil's Bridge National Park, and the views here are just wow. Think turquoise waters, secluded coves, and the kind of privacy that makes you feel like you found your own slice of heaven. The villas at Hammock Cove are incredible. Each one has a private infinity plunge pool and a large deck with hammocks. The villas are super spacious, with massive bathrooms, huge beds, and personal wine and liquor cabinets that get restocked daily. It feels like your own little luxury hideaway. The food here is next level. The resort's main restaurant, Lighthouse, offers a gourmet menu that changes every night, focusing on fresh, local ingredients, while Irina's Bistro is great for casual eats. And I can't forget about the cocktails. These guys really know how to make a perfect rum punch. Whether you're hanging out by the main pool or lounging on your villa's private deck, there's always a refreshing drink within reach. You'll find links to these resorts down in the video description. I also wrote an article about the top 10 best resorts in Antigua and Barbuda if you want to check it out. Now would also be a good moment to check out the custom travel itinerary video service I mentioned earlier. The link for it is in the video description as well. If you've been to Antigua and Barbuda, let me know in the comments what your favorite thing to do was. And if you haven't been yet, I hope this video inspires you to add it to your travel bucket list. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching!